Hey, church family, want to just sort of speak to recently all of the governor's orders with COVID-19, the recommendations coming from city officials, where we are as a church, and just sort of want to remind us of a few things. Growing up, there was a phrase that we used in my house, and my dad would just simply say, we need to button that down. It just meant we need to tighten stuff up that's loose. We need to focus. We need to narrow in on a couple of things. We need to get better. And we need to reiterate some old things. We want to make sure that we are able to continue to worship on Sunday mornings. And so we thought it'd be helpful, we being the elders, to just sort of send out a very gentle, pastoral, kind, and gracious reminder that we want to highly encourage you to wear your mask when you're traveling throughout our building, to make sure that we're trying to practice social distancing as much as possible. We realize that on the spectrum of our consciences that everybody sort of lands in a little bit different places when it comes to COVID-19. We understand that. We want to be accommodating to that, but we want to defer on the side of caution in the midst of this. And so we want to ask that you continue to practice social distancing on campus. We want to ask that you continue to wear your mask, not so much for your own protection, but so that you can protect other people, to make sure that we're loving one another. We want to make sure that everyone that wants to come and to be here and to feel safe can come and to feel safe within our services, especially not having the fear that someone perhaps might pass along COVID-19 to them. In Tarrant County this morning, I'm seeing from last week, the numbers are reading that we're up like 17, 18% and growing. As the elders look at the data, as we have talked to 3 or 4 actually physicians that are even associated with our church, we know a couple of things. That 4th of July weekend was this past weekend. Though a lot of cities didn't gather and do fireworks, what I saw in my own neighborhood was while they didn't go to public places to gather, they just brought those parties to their home. And so we're watching in the next few weeks. We intend to see, or we think we're going to see a spike in those cases, in COVID confirmed cases. So we want to just ask that you continue to do the basic things, wear your mask, practice social distancing. Our sanctuary is large enough to where there is plenty of room in a worship service for you to continue to spread out and for you to continue to accommodate and to serve your neighbor who might not come because we're not wearing masks. We love you. We recognize the masks are weird, they're awkward, but we want to continue to meet and we want to continue to gather over the summer. And so we're just asking, just very kindly, very gently, we love you, and to make sure that we're practicing all of the protocols and making sure that we're doing our very best to serve one another.